All right, so we're going to start down on our mat into a lovely child's pose. So you start on those hands and knees. We'll put the ball between our thighs, and we're just going to do a lovely stretch. Take a couple breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Feel the length in that spine. Crown of the head is going the opposite direction as your tail. We'll come up into a quadruped position, shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. We'll do a cat-cow. We'll inhale, everything arches and sticks out. Exhale, scoop and round. Inhale, arch. Now on the round, press into that ball a little bit more, melt those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, scoop and round. One more, we'll inhale. And we'll exhale. I want you to curl those toes under and lift those shins and knees parallel to the floor. Good. Hold here. Make sure the shoulders are nowhere near those ears. The ball is nice and tight. And you don't have to be lifting those knees. You could simply have your knees down and engaging those muscles. You could also be onto your forearms. And we'll hold that for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and we'll lower down. I'm going to walk my hands out further. This time I'll take my knees off the mat, but lengthen my legs. Shoulders are connected to your back. Tail is nice and long. Yep, so if you don't feel your abdominals, I would say you're probably up too high. And if you feel strain to your lower back, you could be sinking too low. So just right. Keep that ball tight. We hold this for 8 and 7. Here's 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back to those knees. I'm going to take that ball and place it into one hand. So you can pick which hand you want. The opposite leg is going to be reaching back. So I roll that ball out, I lengthen my leg, and I bring it back in. I roll it out, and I bring it back in. Inhale to exhale. Out and in. Make sure your standing leg, the knee and the hip are in a straight line, so I'm not tilting to one side. We'll go for 3 and 2 and 1. Switch sides. So the ball is in the opposite hand. My opposite leg will be reaching back behind me. So I roll it out on an inhale. Exhale it. Use the breath. With every exhalation, I want you to feel the air going out of that center and the abdominal muscles contracting more. 3 more. We inhale long, exhale in strong. And 2. And 1. And release. I'm going to release my wrists behind me and curl my fingertips to my wrists. We'll take it onto our seats, and the ball will be underneath our feet. So our legs are in parallel. Hands will be behind me. You can also do straight wrists with your knuckles pressing in, okay? No pressure on the wrist there. You can also just hold behind the thighs. All right, so pick your poison, open up that chest, and we're going to lengthen that ball out and pull in from the back of the legs in your belly. Legs are in parallel, so that means the inner thighs will always be together. Roll it out, pull it in. It's like you've got a puppet string from your navel to your heels. And to bring those heels back in, that belly's pulling in and up. And we'll go for 3 more. And 2 more. And 1. Roll that ball out. Get the heels more on top of that ball. Weights are optional. I'm going to grab my weights. Palms face the floor. Sit nice and tall. Shoulders connected. And we're going to slowly roll back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to roll the ball back in. My weights will go towards the mat. I'll roll it out. The weights will go straight up over my chest. And we bring it in. And we lengthen. Inhale here. Exhale as we bring it in. Inhale away. Exhale into the center. Now, if you want, you can add nodding that chin to your chest when that ball comes in. Remember, you never have to lift your head in Pilates ever. I want those arms though nice and strong. I'm not dragging my head off that mat. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, 2 exhale, 2 more. 1 more. And I will hold it right here. I'm going to keep 1 foot on the ball and the other knee will come into my chest. I'm going to turn my palms in. I'm going to roll that ball out. My arms will out like a T and I'll pull it back in. Inhale, exhale. With control. 4 more. And 3. Lengthen that leg nice and long. And 2. And 1. Pause. Take the weights to the floor. Roll that ball back out and bring the opposite leg straight up with the kneecap turned away from you. Put a bowling ball on your torso. Lengthen those arms nice and long. Let's circle this leg towards the other leg and zip up the middle. And we go around to come up. Inhale to exhale. Nothing else should move. You can make these circles very small or very big. Let's reverse it. We never go wider than our mats. So make sure that leg is not going too far away from your center. The opposite leg, that inner thigh should be engaging. 1 more. And then lower that foot to the ball and bring both knees back in. Let's take those arms back up and turn those palms to face forward. I'm going to roll that ball out. I'll bring the knees in. I'll crunch up. Inhale. Nod that chin to your chest. Exhale. Just 2 more, and I hope you remembered which leg stayed on the ball last time. I didn't cue right, left. Hold it up. More than likely, you had your right foot on the ball, so my left foot will stay on the ball. Other knee comes into her chest. I'm going to turn my palms in. As I roll that ball out, my arms go out like a T, and I drive it back in. Inhale to exhale. Out. In. Inhale. Exhale. My neck feels no strain. My back feels no strain. Keep those arms moving from your back muscles for 3 and 2 and 1. Weights go down to the mat. Lengthen that ball back out, and the opposite leg will come straight up. That kneecap is turned away from you. Anchor down the back, the belly, the arms will circle towards the other leg. Round, bring it straight up. So if your back is popping off the mat, you can't keep it heavy, I want you to make that circle smaller and don't take that leg as low. Use the same breath though. Inhale to start, exhale at the top, we pause. Let's reverse. Round to come up. So this is about moving the leg from the belly. So you want to feel that belly working. Inhale, exhale 2, and inhale, exhale 1. Lengthen that leg all the way to the ball. I want you to be into a Pilates stance. Flex those heels and bring those arms straight up. Turn the palms to face forward and melt those shoulders down. We're going to nod that chin to our chest and start to reach those weights for our toes. Pause right here and then bring it back down. We'll nod the chin to the chest. So the nod is going to be an inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Now you are more than welcome to continue with just taking the head and shoulders off the mat. We're going to try and do our first roll up. Sometimes it doesn't go well. That's okay. Nod the chin to our chest. We'll inhale, flex those feet. Exhale, eyes to navel. I shouldn't see your forehead or your eyeballs. And then we'll take it back down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nod that chin to your chest. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, eyes to belly. Press the back of those legs heavy. And we bring it back down. Those arms should always be parallel. The shoulders should always be connected. Wrap those thighs. And again, chin to chest, eyes to belly. Inhale, 2, exhale. And bring it back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights off to the side. Bend the knees by bringing that ball back in and grab the ball with the sides of your feet. And we're going to take that ball now between those ankles. Arms are still reaching long to your side, and your knees are really close to your body, so your back feels nice and heavy. Arms to your side, and we're going to just tap those toes down and up. Tap. Shh. As you tap, the pelvis and hips should stay still, and your back should stay imprinting. So if you cannot keep your back imprinting, I don't want you to touch the floor with your toes. You'll hover the floor. I inhale to tap, exhale in. Now I want you to slide that ball up to between your knees and continue on. We'll tap and lift. Now next level. As I bring my knees forward, I'll take my seat off the mat, bring my shoulders closer with the knees. Roll it down. Firmly press the back of those bodies into that mat. And we tap. We take it back. Pause. Straighten one leg. Keep it straight. Roll it down. Keep it straight. Bring it back up and over. Bring it back down slowly. One more. Bring it back down. Bend both knees. Take those knees towards the shoulders. The opposite leg will straighten. Press into the ball. Lower it down. Keep that leg straight. Press up and over. Exhale. Inhale. Firmly have the back of the head pressing into your mat. One more. Exhaling. Press into your ball. Bring it back in. Bend both knees and hug into your chest. Look to one side of the room to stretch the neck, and look to the other side. And we'll rock ourselves up. Okay, let's go back onto our weights. I got a couple smiles. Okay. We're getting warmer? Good. Good. Means we're working. All right, so keep the ball tight. That's going to remind those inner thighs to engage. The core is going to stay engaged. And we're going to come back into this little C curve. In this little C curve, the palms are going to be facing forward. Now, the ball is a great tool to protect that lower back. So if this is a position where your back starts to get cranky, put the ball behind you, okay? You can even start that way. Our arms, we're going to go up and down. Keep the ball tight. I'm in a C curve, so take your chin towards that chest and scoop that belly in. Up and down. Up. Now when you're coming up, parallel to the floor, come back down. Parallel to the floor. Let me add on. I'm going to reach out, curl, out, and lower. On the exhale, I'm always going to press into that ball a little bit more here. I inhale, press. When you press into that ball, I want you to feel that navel pressing in deeper. Can you feel it? Okay. 2 more. Up. And 1 more. Up, curl, and we sit back up. Release the weights and take the ball mid-back. Lie back onto your ball. I like to lift my hips up and put them back down. Your legs should be 1 fist width apart, hand over hand, elbows wide. You choose how far to go over this ball. But we're going to inhale as we go over and exhale slowly, bring it up from the core. We'll inhale, stretch. Keep your elbows wide as you come back up. You feel a lovely stretch and lengthening to the front of the body. As you come up, I want you to flex those abdominals and use the abdominals to come up. Don't cheat and use those hands. We'll go for 2 more. And 1 more. Hold it up. Lengthen one leg at a time until we're out into a Pilates V. Reach your hands, palms turned in for your toes. Now, ever so slowly, if you go too fast, your ball is going to roll away. We're going to scoop up and over like you're doing another roll up. Press the back of those legs into the floor. Slowly roll back until you find that ball again. Slow, slow, slow. Now, if you're able, I'm going to stretch back. Maybe this isn't for everybody. I'll circle my arms around. Once my hands are back to my sides, nod that chin to your chest, eyes to navel. Slowly peel. I'm scooping. I'm pushing my navel back as my chest is coming forward. Press the back of those legs firmly into your mat. Keep pushing them into the floor as we roll back. Inhale to start. Melt the shoulders. Exhale, slow. Reach behind you. Circle. Nod the chin to your chest. Watch your neck. Eyes to navel. Inhale. Slow, slow, slow. Because if you push off that ball, it's going to move. And we'll inhale back 1 more time. Melt those shoulders. Melt those shoulders. Find your ball. Extend over that ball. Circle the arms. Nod the chin to your chest. And we pause. Now, push that belly in deeper. Round a little deeper. Connect those shoulders a little deeper. Once you take one leg, hover it off the floor. Now use that belly to move this leg. We're going to pulse it for 8. 1. If you need to, put a hand behind that head. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch over your ball. Remember what leg you just did. I'll circle my arms around. I'll nod my chin to my chest. Lock it in. Your opposite leg is going to hover. I still have my knees turned away. From that core, lift that leg. 8. Don't feel strain to your back. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the navel in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll stretch back one last time, up and over that ball. Circle the arms. Nod the chin to your chest. Inhale. Slowly come off that ball. Grab onto it and reach it forward over those toes. Pressing the back of those legs into the floor. Scooping that belly. So your belly button should feel like it's going back to that spine. Grab onto that ball. Bring the arms shoulder height. Pull that navel in and zip up your spine. Connect those shoulders deeper as you're coming up. I'm going to flex my feet. I'm going to take my hand behind me, past the ball, and circle back around. Same direction. So I'm going to try not to turtle my head out. I'm going to try not to lean back. Inhale to exhale. 1 more in this direction. Now we'll switch the hand. The other hand will go back past the ball. Feel that lovely openness in the front of your body. Inhale to exhale. 2 more, please. Inhaling to exhale. And 1 more. And release. Now we're going to take the ball to the tippy top of our shoulder blades, and we'll come back onto that ball with our knees bent. I'm going to grab back onto my weights. Weights are optional. Now in this position, the ball is giving me a little bit of support from my head because it's making my chest a little bit lighter to hold up. You are more than welcome to slide that ball all the way behind your head or get rid of the ball completely. Weights are optional, 1 in each hand, palms turned in, arms parallel to the floor. Shoulders down, and I've got to have my upper body flexed forward. Draw the knees in towards the chest. I'm going to take one leg straight out and then switch, 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 switch. You should not feel strain to your neck. So if you're here, you're going to feel that strain. I need you to take that chin to your chest, eyes to your navel. or put the ball behind the head or get rid of it. The breathing, inhale for 2, exhale for 2. Inhale for 2, exhale for 2. In through the nose, out through the lips. One more set, inhale, exhale, weights on the shins and pull it a little closer. Check in with your neck, make sure it's not feeling strained. If it does, you got to reposition where the ball is. I'm going to take my arms and legs straight out. I'm into a Pilates stance. Grab back onto your shins and pull. My arms will go straight out with my legs. I hold, palms turned in, and bring it back in. Shh. Inhale, hold, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, wrap those thighs into your Pilates stance and bring it back in. 2 more. Scoop, squeeze, lengthen, bring it back in. And 1 more. Inhale, inhale, inhale. 2, exhale. Weights down, feet down, hands behind the head, and I'm going to stretch again here. Let the neck relax, let the head just rest in those fingertips. And we'll bring it back up. I'll hold here, and I'm going to tabletop my legs. So that means knees in line with hips, and the shins are parallel to the floor. Once again, I'm going to push one leg out, bring it back in. Other leg out, in. Lengthen. So you have to feel muscles engaging as you lengthen away from that body. You've got to feel that navel pulling in deeper, and you got to fire those glutes. Good. Press in. Now the leg is pressing out. I want you to pause. And I want you to take the elbow that's opposite of your bent leg and rotate the shoulder towards that knee. Come back to center and bring that leg back in. The other leg will push out. We pause. Rotate, center, and return. Switch. Out. It's a small little cross. Center, bring it back in. Push out. Little rotation, center, back in. I don't want you thinking of taking the elbow to that side, because then you're collapsing the shoulders, you're closing the chest. Press out, rotate, center. Press out, rotate, unwind, center. 1 more, press out, rotate, center, bring it in, drop your feet down, and stretch. We doing okay so far? Talk to me. Yes. Okay. Wow, yes. That was all together in unison. Whoa. Nod that chin to your chest. Sit all the way up. Okay. Now I want you to scoot forward. Give me a big scoot forward. Okay, be good? Okay. So this is how we're going to get the ball under our pelvis today. So you're going to put that ball right next to you, right up next to you. And you got to have some space back here. So don't start in the middle. Come more forward of the center. 1 foot will bend, foot is flat, other leg is straight. I'll lean back into my ball, and I'll catch myself with my hands. So I'm leaning back into this ball. I'm going to use my foot that's on the mat to push me on top of that ball. That one leg is still laying out there. It's still lengthening. The leg is lengthening. We're going to bring it up and down. And again. So the ball is not like right in the center of that lower back. It's going to be too high. Lift and lower. You should be in a comfortable position right here. If not, readjust where that ball is. Lift from the belly and lengthen. 2 more. 1 more, and then bend that knee and place that foot down and lengthen the opposite leg out there. I want you to lift up from the belly, so we're not just lifting the leg. It's the abdominals pulling that leg up. I exhale to inhale. Make sure the standing leg, that inner thigh, is pressing into your center line. Otherwise, this bent leg is going to flop out kind of lifeless. Everything is working as a team. 2 more, bring it up and take it down, bring it up, and then slide that heel along your mat and both knees are bent. Take one leg straight up into a Pilates stance and add the other leg. I should not be able to pull these legs apart, and they should be directly up to the ceiling, and the back of the knee should be firmly pressing against an imaginary wall. We're going to take these legs down, 2, 3, zip up. Inhale as you lower, exhale to bring it up. Lower, 2, 3. The lower you go, the more those glutes have to engage. Try to minimize the space between your inner thighs. Good. Loose feet, tight seat. So don't be reaching those toes so long. Relax the feet, belly, butt, and thighs. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. And we come down. Good. I want you to bend your knees. And just from here, press those legs out so we're lower. Zip up and let the heels fall. Push out, so I'm almost hovering the floor. Lift up and bend. Push out. Zip it up and bend. Navel goes in deeper the further I go out. Bend. Out. Lift it up. 1 more. Bend. Press out and come straight up. So I'm going to take my legs as wide as my mat and then pull them back in. Wide as your mat. I want you to feel those inner thighs bringing you back in. Out, drive it in. Out, drive it in. Out, shh. Now when I come back in, I want you to cross your right leg over your left. Go back out. Cross your left leg over your right. Out, in. Again, all the movements got to come from the center. Legs are lengthening. No noodles in the room. No noodles. So as I mentioned, I'm going as wide as my mat, correct? No wider. Now I want you to go even smaller and pick up the tempo. Cross and cross, cross, cross. So there's no break here to my center. I'm in constant movement, which means my core is constantly engaged. And we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now keep going, but let's lower it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it up. 2, 3, 4. And lower. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4. And lower. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2, 3. 1 more. Take it down. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up, 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 up. And hug those knees in. Woo! Take those arms out like a T. And we'll just glide side to side on this ball. Keep your shoulders heavy. Keep the arms heavy. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more each side. Good. And then bring those legs 1 more time back up. Now, if your ball felt like it kind of went in a different direction, reposition that ball. I'm going to take my arms more out to a V. So it's not like a T, it's more like a V. Okay? So I'm going to take my right foot towards me and my left foot away from me. I want you to do a helicopter. My right leg goes right, my left leg goes left, and I bring my legs back to where they started. Do that again. Right leg goes towards you, left leg goes away. So they're in a straight line. Now I'm going to trace the outside edges of a circle as I circle around and bring that right leg back up. Do it again. Right leg comes towards you. Circle around. Now go right into that scissor. Right leg comes towards you. Left leg goes away. Circle around. Pause. Scissor. Circle in a straight line. Scissor, switch those legs. Circle it around. Keep the pelvis still. Keep the belly engaged. 1 more time. Right leg comes towards you. They go away from each other and come straight back up. Now let's rehearse with the left leg. The left leg comes towards you. The right leg goes away. Circle around and bring that left leg right back up to start. Left leg comes towards you, right leg goes away. Circle it around from your belly. Bring that left leg right back up to meet the other leg. Left comes towards you, right goes away from you. Circle it around till they're in a straight line. Now scissor right away. Scissor, circle around. Scissor, left goes left, right goes right. Don't lose me. Scissor, so the left leg is towards you. Circle, 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 circle. Left leg comes towards you. Circle, 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 and bring both legs together. Bend those knees, give a little tug. The ball, hands on that ball. I'm going to lift my seat lighter off that ball and rock myself up with the ball out. Voila. Take the legs as wide as your mat. Flex those feet, have the ball right here in front of you on the mat. If you can't sit up tall with your legs straight, I would suggest you bend your knees. We're going to inhale up against the wall. And exhale, nod that chin to your chest, and I'm going to round forward. My lower back stays against that wall. My feet are still flexed. Connect the shoulders to your back. Squeeze your seat, inner thighs, core. Inhale back up. Exhale. Anybody who walked in that needs a ball, they're out there in the hallway. Exhale. I got a ball for you if you want one. And then pull yourself up. They're right there. One more. Remember, you're peeling. You're not just collapsing. You're rounding over a barrel. Bring it back up. Good. Bend the knees and take the ball between your ankles. And I'm going to grab onto the outsides of my ankles. I'm putting myself into this little suitcase. Balance on your seat. Now, you don't have to roll. And I would suggest you don't roll if you have a back issue, a tailbone issue, a neck issue, okay? You will just simply hold this balance. For those of you who want to rock, I need you to glue your eyes to your navel because I don't want your head to ever throw back. Have those knees only as wide as your shoulders. We gently rock back to the base of the shoulder blade. So think of booty going up in the air, booty coming down. Once we've done one roll, we'll lift these legs up and then bring yourself back in that suitcase, eyes to navel. It's a gentle rock. Gentle rock. Inhale. Exhale. Sometimes I don't come up. Lengthen those legs. Look straight ahead, and then we put ourselves back in this little suitcase. We rock back. Zip it up. Bring it down. Pause. Let me remind you, if you think of momentum, momentum does not work muscles, right? So yeah, it'll get you back up, but if you come up so fast and you don't scoop into your belly to lift, you've done nothing to strengthen your core. And I know this is a hard exercise. It's not my favorite because I don't do it well. Okay, here we go. Chin to chest, scoop that belly. Inhale. Exhale. Zip up, hand down. Last one. Back, up. Hold this one here. We're going to flex the feet, parallel the feet, reach for those toes, bring the legs down, and sit up. Open up your arms. Palms are down. Chest is going through a door frame, so don't feel like you're here. Feel like you're here. Yeah, it made a big difference, didn't it? Inhale up. Rotate to the front of the room. 1, 2. I'm going to add on next time we meet on this wall. Inhale, center. Exhale. 1, further, 2. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Pause. I'm going to lift the leg that I'm facing up an inch and back down. Inhale, center. Exhale. Shh. Shh. Lift it up and down. Inhale, center. Exhale. 1, 2. Lift. Lower. Inhale, center. Exhale. Maybe that lift is not for you. I lift up. Down. Inhale. Exhale. Lift it up. Put it down. Inhale. Last one. Lift that leg up. Put it down. Back to center and release. Slide those knees out. We'll do a little hip inner thigh stretch. Grab onto your ankles and the elbows. Push those knees down. So I think we might be friends again from this stretch. Okay. Next, knees are bent. I'm going to show you the exercise, and I'll show you how to modify so you don't feel strained to your back, okay? The ball is going to be in my hands. I'm going to balance on my seat. I want you to take the ball to the front of the room. We're going to pass it underneath and around, okay? Out to your tee. Pass, out, in, and in, out, forward, tee, in. See how I slightly bring my knees a little bit more forward? You can also have your feet down. I can always put my feet down. One more. Out, forward, and release. Now, if your back is feeling tired now, come into this position and just use the hand movement. You can also put it up higher, so play with it where you have more support. All right, so backhand's got it. I take it forward to a T, center, and out. Pass it. Good. And I bring those knees slightly in towards me as that ball comes underneath. Watch that lower back. You gotta use your abdominals to support it. And out, forward, T, pass, out, forward, T, under, out, forward, and release, and stretch. Okay, let's go into some extension. So the ball is going to stay out here. I'm going to slide my weights forward. Let's come onto our stomachs. Okay. You're more than halfway there. Yes. Okay. Before you lay down all the way, I want you to push off those forearms and just stretch. Because we're doing a lot of C curving. That's rounding the spine. Now we're going to arch it. Okay. Roll that ball out so the arms are straight. Now listen, the heel, the hands on, the fingertips are off. I want to have space for that ball to roll on my hands. So if I start with my fingertips on, I've got nowhere to go. So it's more like the heel of the hand / wrist. My legs, ideal position is about a fist width apart. However, if you have tightness to your lower back and that feels straining, take the legs further apart, okay? When you're laying here on your mat and you're resting your forehead, I want you to pull your navel away from the mat, making a house for a mouse. The first thing we're going to do is start to roll that ball towards the crown of our head. I'm going to connect my shoulders to my back. Once I've got that connection, I'm going to start to lift my chest by bringing that ball towards me with my shoulders going down my back. Squeeze your butt. And as I'm coming down, I'm going to pull that belly button back away from that mat. So it's not going to go that slow, but I want you to be mindful that I connect my shoulders, I lift up, my shoulders are going down, and my belly's pulling in. I lift up. The first thing is moving are my shoulders going down towards my heels. And my neck is just along for the ride. I'm lifting from the back of my body. Inhale. Exhale. Try that again. Inhale, squeeze your seat gently. Exhale, lengthen. If something doesn't feel good, don't do it. And you can stretch back into a child's pose. We're going to do just one more here. I want you, when you're coming up, think of squeezing lemons in your armpit. So I'm going to squeeze into my armpit and release. Stretch back into a child's pose and make that transition slow. Don't go flying back. Don't be changing directions too quickly. I'm going to keep my abdominals engaged, so I'll round more my back. Take a couple breaths. And then we're going to come back out and put that ball to the top of our sternum. So we're going to start in an extension already here. If this doesn't feel good to you because you are in an extension and you don't want to be an extension anymore, or you shouldn't be an extension, get rid of the ball, okay? All right, so my arms are like a goalpost out here to the sides. I'm going to lift up my arms, my head, and my chest, and go back down. Try that again. If you can't get yourself up, the ball may be too high up. And we lift up, squeeze that seat, and bring it back down. So notice, I'm not changing my neck. I'm lifting my head and chest. The back of my body is strengthening to do that. I inhale, my arms are hovering that mat. I exhale, come back down. Lifting up, exhale, coming down. Now I'm going to keep holding this one up. I'm going to press my arms out straight, bend my elbows back in, and come back down. Now, you're more than welcome to do weights with this, okay? So I'd hover my head and chest. My weights are off the mat. I do a shoulder press, come back in, drop them down. Inhale, lift. Inhale to exhale. Watch your lower back. That's why we squeeze that seat gently. It helps protect that lower back. And one more. Lift up, press out, return, and release. Go back into your child's pose. Scoop that belly and round that back. We're going to do one more extra stretch here for our backs just to make sure that it's not getting cranky. So come back into that hands and knees position. We'll do 2 cat-cows, okay, just to make sure. So we'll arch, stick everything out. Inhale. Exhale, round. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Now I'm going to take the ball further down. And here's where it needs to be. No weights needed for this one. I need to be able to do a seesaw. Okay, so see how I can lower my chest and lift my legs without it hurting anything, without it poking in anything. Okay, so find where that feels okay, but you need to be able to lower down and to come back up. Okay? If you want, you can come into full arms on the way up and extended arms, or you can stay on your forearms the whole entire time. See? So I'm going to fire the back of my body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift. What are you lifting your legs from? Are they just lifting up from gravity or what? Your butts. The back of your legs. Now, lift those legs. Bend your knees, cross your ankles. Switch, cross them again. Push those legs out, and then come up. What? Try that again. Lower your chest, lift your legs. Bend your knees, cross your ankles again. Press those legs out, and press back up. Try that again. Legs up, bend the knees, cross, squeeze your booty deeper, and press back up. If you don't feel your butts, I got nothing. Okay? Like, I don't know how many more I can do. Okay? So we'll just do one more. Bring it down. Bend the knees, cross your ankles, cross the other ankles, press those legs out, and bring it up. Stretch back. Oh, you worked hard today. The back of that body. I hope you're feeling it in a good way, Stronger you today. Okay, onto our seats, talking about the back of the body. Okay, ball between the knees are bent, and we'll slide these weights back. We're going to be doing some bridges. So I'm going to start with a normal bridge, which means that that's where you go when you can't do the next step, okay? The ball is between my knees and thighs to remind my legs to stay pressing into my center line. A lot of times when that ball is not here, our knees or inner thighs don't engage and they're doing this, okay? All right, hands behind your thighs, and we're going to lower vertebrae by vertebrae. So take your time, press into that ball like you're trying to get all the air out of it. Slide those weights closer towards you if you need them to be closer. All right, so we're going to start just a regular bridge, no weights yet. So arms are reaching long. This is going to help me the most with my arms flat to the mat. We're going to peel up off that mat. So we're going to curl that tail and we lift up. Open the hips, press the back of the arms down, and then we're going to lower the same way we got up. Articulate that spine down. Is that the 10-minute warning? Almost. Curl that tail, lift up, inhale. Feel that navel scooping in and up, both hips equally pushing up, and then we melt back down. Now, as you're melting down, keep the back of your head firmly pressing into that mat. And again, curl that tail under. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale, keep that ball tight. Feel the length. We'll just do one more. Tuck the tail so you feel that lower back go heavy, the tail getting lighter, belly going deeper. Peel, 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 peel. Shoulders push down. You feel your chest and shoulders opening. And then we lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, straighten your legs just for a second. Press the ball into the shins into the ball, and just feel some length in the back of those legs before you move on to another set. So once you get the length out of those hamstrings. Okay, so I'm going to cue right, left now. Oh boy. So the ball is going to go behind the right knee, and I'll have one weight in each hand. My arms will press straight up, palms turned in. Shoulders should be heavy. You have a choice. You can have the heel direct underneath your knee, or you can slide it further out, okay? Play with it. What's going to work best for you? All right, so I'm not going to peel anymore. I'm going to come straight up. Hold right here. I want you to bend the elbows so the weights go towards the shoulders, straighten, and then lower down your bridge. Do that again. Lift up, bend, press, and lower. Up, bend, press. Inhale down. Exhale up. I'm going to give you another choice. When you bend your elbows, you can tap those toes to the floor, bring it up, and then lower your bridge. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale, tap. Exhale back up. Inhale, lower. Now that opposite leg, that inner thigh, you've got to feel it like it's still pushing into that ball. Up, tap, in, release. One more. Up, tap, in, and release. Weights go down. Straighten both legs. Reach that ball up towards the toes. Woo, press the back of those knees nice and straight. Bring it back down and take the ball behind your left leg. If you need the anchors, don't use the weights. Keep your arms completely flat. All right. Arms up, palms turned in, shoulders heavy. We lift everything up. Hold. Bend the elbows. Straighten them. Everything lowers. Exhale up. Bend. Straighten. Lower down. Belly in. Glutes firing. Triceps here. Back of the head still firmly pressing into that floor. Now add on with this one if you want it. I exhale up. When I bend my arms, I tap my toes. Bring it back up. Come back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, everything taps. Everything comes back to start, and I lower down. Watch that opposite leg. Bring it down. Tap. Lift. Take it down. One more. Tap. Lift. Take it down. Release the weights. We'll bring both legs straight up. And the ball against the shins. Press the shins into the ball. Good. Feel the length. Now, from here, if you're able, eyes to navel, I'm going to roll that ball up towards my toes and let it come back down. So it's like my arms are staying straight, trying to hold this boulder from falling on me. We'll curl it up and take it down. So if you don't ever want to lift your head, I would tell you to press into the ball and then release. And when you press into the ball, you're engaging the core. So see, you don't have to lift your head ever in Pilates. That's the biggest complaint I hear from Pilates is, it hurt my neck. Don't lift your head up until your core is strong enough. And even so, if you have a neck issue, you keep your head down. 3 more. Shh. Take it down. 2 more. Shh. And just 1 more. Just 1 more. Shh. And hug everything in. All right, rock yourself up, and we'll do some side lying finally. So we're gonna come onto our sides. Yay. All right, the ball will be at the very base of my rib cage. I'm gonna go over that ball, but the ball is not there to support me. It's to remind me to be lifted, okay? Here's my weight. I want you to lengthen your top leg nice and straight. Now this arm is up, but my shoulder should be connected. And I'm not slouching. Hold a lemon under that armpit. Now I'm gonna lower the arm to parallel as I bring my leg up to parallel. And then release. And again, up and down. Try to reach that leg. It's lifting even longer. And I'm only going parallel to the floor. I'm not going any higher, so watch, some more legs are coming a little too high. Engage the outer thigh, the outer hip, the oblique, the glute, everything in the body of the side is moving. Yep. Now from here, I want you to bring that elbow to your thigh and press it out to the thigh. I'm going to give you some options. When I press it out, I'm going to lift off the ball. Bring it in, off the ball. Crunch it in, push away, in, push it away. Inhale out, exhale, crunch. You don't have to lift up. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Take that weight down. I'm up or down. Flex that foot forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. 3 more. You can always have that hip down. 2. And 1. And release. Now I'm going to grab onto that ball. You can stay in a modified forearm plank. You can come up to a extended plank. Okay? I'm going to slide the other leg behind my top leg. So my legs are braided. So especially if you have a wrist issue or a shoulder issue, I do want you to stay down here. Okay? I'm going to grab onto that ball, and I'm going to bring it up into a side plank. I'm going to lift up my seat and bring that ball to the back of the room. I'm going to bring it back up and do that again. Keep those legs braided. You can just hold this side plank if that works for you. See if you can tap the mat and then bring it back up. Belly. Good. And then we'll lower back down. Other side. That wasn't so bad, was it? Yeah? No? Okay, so remember, we build, right? We build, and it's okay. All right, so I got that weight. I'm onto my forearm. Keep this nice and light over the ball. Top leg reaches long. Here's this arm. Shoulder connected. Now I meet it in the middle and come back up. Think of lengthening that straight leg longer and longer. Everything on that side of my body is firing. So make sure you got muscles firing. You don't have to use the weight if you've got an arm or shoulder issue here. Use your breath. Exhale, that core pulls in deeper. 4 more, take your time. That bottom leg is pushing down as I lift this leg up. 2 more. Good, now I'm gonna bring that weight forward and then elbow to knee and reach. elbow to knee. So think of dusting a shelf with that inner thigh. Now, if you want, when you kick that leg out, you can lift up. You come down. Maybe this hip doesn't like that. Maybe that's too much for your shoulder on this side. You don't have to do it on this side. Good. I exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Good. 2 more. Watch that bottom knee as well. Woo, my leg didn't like that one. Okay, so I'm going to hold it here. Take that weight down. You can be up if you want. I'll take that leg forward and back. So you can be up off the mat with that hip or on the mat with that hip. Yep. 3. Good. 2. 1 more. And then bring it down. No weight. We go onto the ball. So I slide my legs a little further out. And my bottom leg will come behind that top leg. You can be on your forearm. You can be extended, whatever feels best to you. We're going to come up into a side plank. Now, how can I modify this further? I can take my bottom knee to the mat and hold myself up. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to keep these legs together. Inhale. Pike up. Thread through. Keep those inner thighs braided. Can you touch the mat? And bring it up. Pike up. Squeeze everything you got. And exhale, touch. Inhale. And last one. And then we bring it slowly down. Okay, release those wrists. Do a couple wrist circles. Woo! All right, that's the cross-legged. Minutes away. I think just 2 minutes. All right, if this isn't cool for your knees or your hips, sit straight-legged or a diamond. Put your ball mirroring me to your side and bring this arm up. We're going to do a little mermaid. Now, I want you to glue this hip and this butt cheek down. And as I'm stretching over, you push that butt cheek and hip down. And you come back up. I think we're going taller first. Inhale. Exhale. And I'm always holding a lemon here. I'm not going to let it go. Inhale. To exhale. I'll give you one more option. Inhale. On the exhale, rotate, 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 rotate towards that ball. Bring it back up. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll switch sides. Anchor this butt cheek and this hip down. Don't let it lift. We're going to grow taller as we inhale. Lovely side stretch. Exhale. You've got to feel the opposition. My arm is going this way. My hip and butt cheek are going this way. Up tall. Inhale. Exhale. I'll give you the extra one on this one. Inhale here. Yes. Exhale. Rotate. Can you touch that ball? Retrace your steps. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Take that ball in front of you. And just roll it out. You're finished. We're rolling it out. We're rolling it out. Ah, yes. And I'll take it side to side just a little bit. Can you feel that stretch in the glutes a little bit? Okay. At least I feel it there. And then from your core, roll that ball back in. Let go of that ball. Roll those shoulders up and back. Ah. And reverse, back and up. And I hope you felt better than when you started. Chop, chop. Great job today. Yes.